Here's the truth no one in real estate wants to admit. Most agents are trying to do everything, and that's exactly why deals fall apart or seem a little messy. And I know that because I was a solo agent for 10 years. Now you might be thinking, isn't a solo agent more personal, more hands-on? That's what I used to believe too. I thought being the one person doing everything meant I was delivering an even better experience. But over time I started to notice something. The more I tried to do everything myself, the more I became stretched thin. I'd be in the middle of negotiating a deal while trying to respond to new leads, while handling paperwork, while also coordinating showings. And at some point, something gives. Not because you don't care, but because there's only so much one person can do at a high level. And that's when it hit me. Most solo agents become a jack of all trades and a master of none. Think about it. Some agents are incredible at marketing, but they struggle with contracts and compliance. Others are detail-oriented and are amazing with paperwork, but they don't generate enough demand. And some are great negotiators, but things fall apart before or after that moment even arrives. Here's the reality. In real estate, you don't win by being great at one thing. You win when every part of the process works together seamlessly. Let me give you a different way to think about this. When you go to a doctor's office, the doctor doesn't check you in. They don't handle billing. They don't manage the schedule. They focus on diagnosing and solving the problem because that's what they're best at. Same thing at a great restaurant. You've got a host, a server, a chef. Each person has a specific role, and together they create an incredible experience. Now imagine if one person had to do all of that. That's what most solo agents are trying to do. So the real question becomes, would you rather have one person juggling everything or a team of specialists, each focused on what they do best? When you work with a team like ours, you're not just getting an agent, you're getting an entire system designed to produce better results. And here's what that actually looks like behind the scenes. First, your agent is your point person. They're your strategist, your advisor, your advocate. They're focused on you, your goals, your situation, and your outcome. They're not distracted by trying to do 15 different jobs at once. Behind them, we have an operations team, operations manager, coordinators, transaction specialists. Their job is to make sure every detail is dialed in, deadlines, documents, communication, so nothing slips through the cracks and so you always know what comes next. Then there's the marketing department, and this is where a lot of deals are won or lost. We're talking professional photography, 3D tours, interactive floor plans, and a team that ensures your property is positioned and promoted everywhere that it needs to be. So it stands out, it gets attention, it drives demand. We also have inside sales agents, and this is one of the biggest differences because speed matters. When someone shows interest in your home, we're responding within minutes. Not hours, not days. That creates more conversations, more showings, and more opportunities. And internally, our agents aren't on an island. There's mentorship, collaboration, a team-first environment where people are constantly sharing ideas, solving problems, and getting better. Because the reality is, no one wins alone at a high level. And honestly, that's one of the biggest reasons a lot of agents are starting to move towards teams like ours. Not because they can't do it all on their own, but because they realize how much stronger they can be with the right structure and support behind them. So whether you're a client or even an agent thinking about your next move, here's the bottom line. You're not just choosing a person, you're choosing the system behind them. And the strength of that system is what ultimately determines your results. If you're thinking about buying or selling, and you want to experience what that kind of support actually looks like, reach out. We'll walk you through exactly how our team works. And if you're an agent who's been trying to do everything on your own, and you're starting to feel that pressure, it might be time to rethink the model. Either way, follow or subscribe because we've got a lot more coming.